Right, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's making headlines in the newspapers now. And we start off this morning with a business day. And let's take a look at their lead story. Skepticism over nuclear costs after that announcement yesterday, of course, by Minister of Electricity, Josiense Ramakgopa. Civil society organizations and other stakeholders now asking questions about that. Also, IDC gives Tongaat funding reprieve. And this is, of course, Tongaat Hewlett. And this is about a 2.3 billion rand tag that the IDC had indicated that they may be going to court on, but they've been given a reprieve. And the bottom story there also relates to that. Gloves off in the battle for sugar producer. Robert Gumete's company put their hand up, but now subsequently, another company stepped forward saying they don't actually have what it takes, blah, blah, blah. So this is what it is about.
All right, good. That's the front page of the Sunday Times, of the business day.
Business day.
Guess who's sleeping? All right, let's move to the next newspaper now. That one is the Star. All right, so big picture they've got, of course, is of Zahara. SA robbed of Zahara's great talent. And it's just, again, talking about a pure light and an even purer heart is how musician Zahara was described by her family yesterday as they announced her passing. Taking to her official Instagram account, they confirmed her passing, and it was when she was surrounded by family and loved ones. So that's the big story they're looking at. Then also, Misizulu's kingship is secure. In red is what they put the print of the word secure, and they say the royal family says the judgment doesn't affect the king's position. The Zulu family has dismissed the notion that King Misizulu is no longer on the throne following Monday's judgment, which set aside his recognition by the South African government. So there we go. That's that big story there. Then stop renting rooms to illegal immigrants. This is an interesting one. So Gauteng Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Elias Mawela called on South Africans to stop renting out their back rooms to undocumented illegal foreigners in South African townships. He was briefing the Community Safety Committee on crime on some interventions made to curb crime in Diepsloot. So that's that story right at the bottom there. And then finally, municipalities have a duty towards the people, says the judge, and toe tapping and finger snapping shows on offer this festive season. So that's the front page of the Star.
Citizen this morning, they leading with a revolt brews in ANC branches. Now, as the ANC branches threaten to boycott next year's elections, the ruling party is scrambling to fix the damage that was caused by senior politicians' alleged candidate nomination manipulation in 2021 by releasing a long-buried report from the committee which looked into the matter. You would remember the ANC said they would go and fix that after those lists were manipulated. So the branch is seemingly saying, dust off that report and bring it. So Mutlante, among others, was one of the people who looked into this matter. Then also, tears flow for music sensation Zahara. She paved the way for so many others, says singer Lady Zamar. And that picture of the Santas there, hundreds of runners taking to the streets in the annual Run Santa Run race in Zapopan in Mexico. And of course, many Santas, but also a few Grinches and elves spotted amongst the runners. And Percy Tau also getting his flowers on that front page.
Fantastic. Okay, then the final newspaper, of course, we've got for you is the Sowetan, and we were talking about this in the trending topics. It says, it's official, Amapanyaza are traffic cops. Okay, after 6 months of political wrangling, the Sufi's wardens finally given official status, but only as peace officers. All right, so you can read that story inside the paper. Then they also talk about new BSA board gets down to work. Mafube councillors owe municipality, and Zahara, a flower that bloomed in hardship. So that's the front page of the Sowetan this morning as well.
And don't forget our SABC website, www.sabcnews.com, and all the stories that we carry. And I always want to remind you about the podcast as well, about interviews, discussions that you may have missed, all of that on the SABC News website.
Yeah, indeed. And also remember that everything is uploaded on all of our social media channels as well. So remember SABC on Twitter with millions of followers. I must say it's a well followed account, and lots of news coming out there. On Instagram, you can also follow Morning Live. You can follow us all over the place. So really an online and digital platform all over. So that's pretty much what we need to tell you here this morning on the program. There was also one story that caught my eye, and I'm trying to find, I just know his face so well, but I can't remember his name. He passed away as well. He's an actor, and he acted in all of those kind of cop dramas. Andre Broger, do you remember? Let me try find you a photograph. And it just had a look while we're looking at it now. So
I'm not a movie person.
It's more television. He was more in all of those. He always played a cop. You'll know exactly.
I'll probably know the face when I see it.
61 years old. He passed away. So that's another story that just caught my eye this morning.